Hello everybody, Iain Robson here, welcome back to American Outback. Alright, so I asked in the last episode what people would like to do, and some people suggested that we would like to make some silage bales. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and I have the case here. Actually, one more thing before I forget. I got the top part on here. Apparently you have to like bring it really close, and you press, I pressed V, I think, to attach it, but people were saying 5 and 6 and stuff like that, so now it's finally attached. Right there, so for future use, I guess. And you can actually close the top there, but that doesn't work so well if it's a little tiny pallet. But there it is. There it is together. Anyhow, so we're gonna make a little bit of hay today. So we actually don't have anything to make hay at all. We have a sprayer, cultivator, and a planter, and I think that's about it. Yeah, it's not much, and some geese. So let's go ahead and get some mowing equipment. Now I think I have some interesting little mods. How big are the fields? I don't know. I don't think they're that big. So what we'll do is let's go ahead and get one of the older John Deere 95.6 moco. We'll get that guy, and we have some case ones as well. But we'll go for the John Deere, and we'll grab the Ford tractor here, and we'll go ahead and mow a little bit of hay. Depending where you are in the world, I know in Ontario, like my in-laws right now, they're starting to harvest, or should I say, cut a little bit of hay. Apparently, their harvest this year, the first cut at least, was they didn't get much in the way of, I don't know, height, but apparently it had some good volume to it. So they were cutting hay not too long ago, and they baled some up. I don't know how many small squares they got in the end, or if they're finished yet. They may not be finished, but we've had some really like warm weather, so I suspect that the height would, it's probably due to that warm weather. That'd be my guess, at least. So I keep forgetting to put keyboard steering back in here. I don't know why I keep forgetting to do that. Alright, so we'll take this turn here. Gotta remember it's by the sheep. Don't know why I forget that, but I always do. So that's what we'll do. We'll grab the moco, and we'll go from there and cut a little bit of grass. What would be the closest field to us? I guess actually where the... I guess we could actually... we're actually just passing the shop. I didn't reset it, did I? I don't think so. You can tell I have a short memory right now. No. So we'll just go straight to the shop and pick it up then, because we're basically passing the shop anyway. So we'll leave this Coat Universal there, and we'll pick up the John Deere moco, and we will mow ourselves a little bit of grass just on the left here. Shop should be right there. There's the moco right there. Sweet. Alright. Place this right beside here. There we go. Oh, it's cool. We got little chalk blocks that go in there too. That's neat. I didn't even notice that before. Now, hopefully this was going to work. I remember I had problems with it in the past a little bit, so we'll see how this works out. But we'll go from there. We can actually do field 10, which is right north of us. Yep. I guess we'll do that. Keep it all in one little area. Might as well make our lives a little bit easier. And I think we can just go straight through here. Here's one of the hardpoint. I don't know if this is the professional shop or not. Someone was asking about the professional hardpoint shop, and I think this is it right here. So, anyways, that really didn't help us at all. I wanted to go past this gate, so you can't drive through the shop. Okay. Gas station. So in real life, driving with a moco on the road is kind of weird. Did I do... No, I didn't drive with a moco, I don't think. I think I drove with a baler once on the road, which was kind of interesting. Yes, there's an entrance there. Alright, so let's turn. We're going to be able to make this. Just barely. Alright. So, here's a little field we're going to use. And what we'll do is... we'll do a headland around the outside. Can I do it like this? Oh, it does work that way. Weird. So what we'll do is we'll do a headland, we'll lower that guy down. Okay, good. So, let's see. What's the best way to do this? I guess I have to drive on the grass one way or another. Alright. I don't know how fast we can go. Apparently we can go 15 kilometers. That's pretty quick. Seems pretty quick at least. And in reality, there's lots of different ways to do this. Like, when people are using this style of mower, so a lot of people will do like a headland like I'm doing. Or maybe it's the other way around. I always forget which way it's supposed to go, because I don't do it very often, I guess, with this style of mower. And I'm not around my in-laws enough to know how they do it. But I think they do like a headland one way or another. I'm just not sure if this is the way they do it. So they drive on the grass this way and then go around the other way. I'm not 100% sure about that, but we'll have to see. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this grass like so, and then if we're going to make silage bales, what we'll do is we'll just rake this up, and then we will make silage for bales out of straight of that. I think we'll do round silage bales just because we're kind of not a huge farm, and usually if you're a smaller farm in real life, you tend to do squares, or small squares, or round bales, and tend to be small round bales, like 4-foot rounds. So that seems to be the general consensus for a lot of people, because 4-foot round bales, you can actually move them by hand within reason. You can like roll them a little bit. That's what I'm trying to say. You could lift them up depending on how strong you were, but the average person is probably very unlikely that the average person could lift that up. So, all right, coming up on the last little turn here. So what I'll do is I'll do two headlands, and then I'll go up and down the field. So what we'll do is we'll get lined up here, like so, finish off. Good. And then we'll raise that up, and we'll do a little turn here. I don't know if this is the way you'd actually do it, but this is how I'm going to do it right now. There's no one here to tell me I can't do it this way, so... Yeah, that would be a little bit too much. We'd be driving all over the grass. Alright, so we'll do a second headland here, and then, like I said, we'll go up and down the field as fast as possible. Now, technically, you can swing, because this has like a swing arm on it, you can swing it one way then the other way. So, one thing that's kind of strange, actually, if you look, the grass is actually green when you cut it, and that was one of the changes they made, I believe, in version 2, I think, of American Outback. They added the green grass, because it used to be yellow. So this is kind of like their compromise, I suppose, between yellow grass, which you had in Westbridge Hills originally, and then green grass, I guess. I believe that was the compromise, if memory serves. But some people are asking questions about where certain things are on this map. I don't know where everything is in this map, but the water... you look for the windmills is what you're looking for. Someone asked for the professional hardpoint station, and I think that was the place where it said hardpoint. I'm not sure. There's a couple different areas around the map, and I think one person was asking, I think it's Oklahoma, they're asking where the straw is for the pigs, I think, but I don't know where that is. I'd have to look on the map. It took me forever to find out where it was for the dairy cows, actually. But I did find where the moonshine sell point was. It's by the wool sell point, for those people who are interested for future use. So they have the pallet system here, so the pallets just kind of get shuffled along when there's another one ready. And then from there you can go and from there you can just basically go from there and move them or sell them, however you want to do it. I don't know if the automatic loading wagon would actually load the moonshine. It should. Keywords, it should do it with the it should do it with the you know what. Alright, so I'm gonna lift this up, which doesn't really lift up, I don't think. Oh no, it kinda does. Alright, so we're gonna go up and down the field now. So I'm going to try this. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to swing it one way and then swing it the other way. Which I don't know if that's the actual way you do it, but... I guess technically what you might do is go down and do like a little strip down the middle of the field maybe. I don't know. Every time I ask these questions, people tell me, I just forget because I don't do it so often, and I apologize for that. I have a bad memory for some things like that. I wish I could have a photographic memory and see all like images of all the comments. So this is what I'm going to do with it. So I could either swing it the other way, like that, and then make a turn, but I don't know if that's going to work so well. I don't know if you'd actually swing it back and forth every time like that. So what I'm going to do, instead of doing what I just did there, I'm just going to do a little strip in the middle. And then it'll make my life easier. I think Craft Farms does it this way usually. Maybe not like this, but I know he does this type of hay with his grandpa, I think, sometimes, which is pretty neat. I'm never around for when the in-laws decide to do hay. Well, very rarely am I. The odd time I am, but usually I'm not around at all for that, unfortunately. But there have been a couple days where I've moved a couple hundred bales, which is always fun. Alright, lift it up, make the turn here. So I'm going to make a pretty sharp turn here. And then lower back down. Oh, that was a bad turn. And then we'll go up this side. Eventually what's going to happen is we're going to have a nice little area where we can go just make a nice sweeping turn. And it'll make our lives a lot easier, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for, at least, so. With this old New Holland Ford. You don't see many of these anymore. Well, you do and you don't. You see sometimes you'll see it, sometimes you don't. But, like, it just depends on where you are. Like, one of my in-laws' friends actually has he has an old Ford. It's a really nice one. Oh, I'm really not going to be able to make this turn. I thought the turn circle would be good enough to make this, but not quite yet, apparently. Jeez, look at that. I'm gonna miss a little bit there, apparently. Hopefully it is good now. So I kind of don't want to drive all over the grass if I don't have to, but this is why having the what some people do is some people actually put a mower on the front of this, and you can easily do that still, and just drive like that, but a lot of people don't. I think my in-laws have like a 930, like a 9 series of the moco style. Works fairly well. I think they upgraded. It was like, you know, an extra couple feet, something like that. Alright. Make this turn. It's still a little rough, but... Or well, the turn was a little bit rough is what I'm referring to. But their mowers actually works really well now, so... It's a little bit bigger, so when they drive it on the road, it's kind of funny to watch. Because you really got to be careful, because the wheels, so like, even when you fold it up, you'll have like the little wheel on the side here. That will be like on the shoulder of the road, which is kind of interesting to see. And it's like the worst place to put the wheel too, because like that's where everything goes that doesn't get driven on so often. So you have all this stuff you don't want on your tires, basically. There we go. Apparently that was how many turns it needed to, or that's how many passes it needed before it could make a decent turn. I remember Scottish gaming guys always used to talk about the lock of his tires. So like, certain tires would have, certain tractors would have a good lock, so like, meaning like turning left or turning right would have a really nice lock, but not every type of tractor does, so. I like articulating tractors for that reason, because they make really, really nice turns. But for this type of work, having an articulated tractor would just be ridiculous. Although there was that case in FS13, there was that case, I forget what it's called now. It was a really odd tractor. It had like all-wheel steering. It wasn't articulated. It was a case 2710 or something like that, maybe? No, that's not right. But it was a white case tractor. From FS13. Maybe you guys remember that one or not. I think it was from American Eagle Modding, I'm fairly certain, but it was pretty cool. There we go. Turns are getting nice and easy now. Sweet. If only I was following the path I'm supposed to be following here. Yeah, so what we'll do, like I said, what we'll do is I think we'll do this episode, we'll just cut the grass, and the next episode we'll come around and rake it up. Nah, can we rake it up? Yeah, I think we'll rake it up just to make our lives easier so I don't have to make so many passes. And apparently they're starting to cut grass outside. I don't know if you can hear that or not. I definitely can hear it. So what I'll do is, because I decided to start cutting grass outside, you're going to hear that the next, like, you know, half an hour, however long they decide to cut the grass. So I'm going to finish up this little pass right here, and then we'll call it an episode, because that's all you're going to hear for the next, like, half an hour if I don't stop now. That's the joys of recording in an urban area sometimes. No matter how much I try to, like, avoid having extra sound. That's one of the reasons why I record really early in the morning, because the crews don't come out until, like, you know, 8 o'clock usually is where the noise has to, I think can't start until 8 o'clock in the morning usually, so. Anyhow, folks, that'll be it for me for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Doing a little bit of mowing here. Let's turn this off here. Do a little bit of mowing here, and we'll go from there. Next episode, we'll try and we'll get this raked up, and maybe we'll get a build as well. We'll see what happens. Anyways, my name's Iain Robson. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more American Outback. I'll catch you guys later.